What's up, guys? Today we're talking about quarterbacks I love and quarterbacks I hate for fantasy football in 2025. These are players I'm either grabbing in every single draft or avoiding completely. Let's start with the guys I'm fading. We're going to start off the hate list with Baker Mayfield. Baker is going as QB7 and you have to draft him in the 5th round. That's way too high. At that point in the draft, you can still grab elite wide receivers and running backs. Yes, Baker has been a top 10 quarterback both years in Tampa, but drafting him at number 7 means you are banking on him repeating 35 plus touchdowns, something he has only done once in his career. Oh, and he also led the league in interceptions last year with 16. So if those interception numbers stay the same and the touchdowns go down, that's not going to be good drafting him in the 5th round. Add in a new offensive coordinator for the 3rd straight season, an aging Mike Evans, an injured Chris Godwin. I'm out. He definitely will have big games, sure, but I see closer to 2023 Baker. Good, but not great. And that's not worth a 5th rounder. Next, Bo Nix. He's going as QB8 in round 6. People are hyped because he had a hot finish last season and led Denver to the playoffs, but that's recency biased. He didn't even throw for 4,000 yards. He had 12 interceptions, and 20 of his 29 touchdowns came after week 9. Super fluky. Yes, he can run a little. He had 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, but he's not an elite runner. The weapons for the Broncos, it's still Courtland Sutton and a whole bunch of average players. The Broncos did nothing more to help Bo Nix going into this season, and I just don't love the tape for Nix. His arm strength is average. His accuracy is spotty. This isn't a guy I want with a 6th round pick. Next, Brock Purdy. He's going as QB9 in round 8. Purdy is a very solid player. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league. And the 49ers tend to have a super elite offense. I understand why people want to draft him, but this isn't the 2023 49ers. This isn't the Super Bowl 49ers, guys. There's no Debo anymore. Ayuk is still injured and will not play at the beginning of the season. Juwan Jennings is now injured, and CMC is coming off a major injury. I think Purdy is going to be closer to QB 15 than QB 10 this year. Like I said, a solid player, but I'm not spending an 8th round pick when the upside isn't there. Next, Jared Goff. He's going as QB 11, also in round 8. He has had 3 straight top 10 seasons. He has good weapons around him. I totally get it. But there are some big changes in Detroit this season. No more Ben Johnson, so who knows how the offense is going to be run and if it's still successful. The O-line got worse, whether it's injuries or players retiring. And Goff is a product of his environment. We know that he is a system QB. And there's nothing wrong with being a system QB if the environment around you is perfect. But like I said, with all those question marks, who knows? The Lions offense might not be one of the elites anymore. And for that reason, I do not want to draft Goff as my QB1. The last on my hate list is Caleb Williams. He's going as QB 15 in round 9. I totally get the hype. Number 1 overall pick. One of the best college prospects of all time. He has a big arm and good mobility. And now he's paired with Ben Johnson, one of the best offensive minds in the league. And the upside is crazy. But this is the big issue. His film last year was really bad. He had terrible processing, he was super indecisive, and he just struggled reading defenses. Like I said, the upside is there, but I would rather take proven veterans or higher upside rushing quarterbacks going after him. I'm not taking the bait. I am not drafting Caleb Williams this year, and I could be wrong. Ben Johnson could totally fix Caleb, and it's to the moon. But I am fine being wrong because his film was not good. All right, enough negative talk. Let's get into the quarterbacks I love. I am drafting these guys in every single league. And we'll start with Dak Prescott. He's going as QB 12 in round 8. Every full season that Dak plays, he is a QB 1. Literally, if he's not injured, he has finished as a QB 1 in fantasy. Now he's got CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, and the Cowboys' run game is pretty shaky. So that means they're going to be airing it out. If I'm in round 8, give me Dak over Goff and Purdy all day. He's been a QB 1 for over 5 seasons of his career. He's proven, he's safe, and in round 8, that is a cheap price for a QB 1. Next, Justin Fields. He's going as QB 13 in round 8. He's one of the best QB rushers we have ever seen. So 700 plus rushing yards is basically a lock for him. He's not an elite passer. I admit that. We all know that. But he's not hopeless either. He can still run an NFL offense pretty well. Now he's reunited with Garrett Wilson, his college teammate, and he has Breece Hall in the backfield with him. I think this Jets offense is going to be better than people think. Don't get me wrong, he is super risky. We have all seen Justin Fields when he is not playing good, and things can go bad really fast. But the upside is massive. If things click, he could easily be a top 5 QB, and you get him outside of the top 12, I'm willing to take the risk. Next, CJ Stroud. He's going as QB 16 in round 10. He did have a down year in 2024, but that is because literally all of his offensive weapons were injured last year. Now, going into 2025, Nico is healthy. They added Christian Kirk. They added 2 rookie wide receivers, and Joe Mixon is hurt going into the start of the year. So I think they're going to let CJ Stroud air it out. I believe in his talent as well. He's calm under pressure, can make every throw. Getting a guy with a recent QB1 season in round 10? Yes, please. Next, Jordan Love. He's going as QB 17 in round 10. I know last year wasn't the best year for Love, but it's because he was playing through multiple injuries. In 2023, don't forget, Jordan Love finished as a top 5 quarterback. A lot of people are worried because they ran the ball a lot last year. They gave Josh Jacobs a lot of carries, but that's just because Jordan Love was hurt. Don't forget, Aaron Rodgers won 2 MVPs with LaFleur as the coach. If Love is healthy, which he is this year, he will let Love air it out. And Love has so many weapons around him. Josh Jacobs, Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs. They drafted a good first-round wide receiver in Matthew Golden. Love could easily get back to 2023 and be a top 5 quarterback, and you're getting him super late as the QB 17. I'm up for that all day. Next, Drake May. He's going as QB 18 in round 10. He only averaged 15 points per game last year, but I love the setup in 2025. The Patriots hired 2 playoff winning coaches in Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels. They added more skill weapons in veteran wide receiver Stephon Diggs and explosive rookie running back Travion Henderson. I also just really liked May's tape. He's a big body, he's mobile, and has a strong arm. And you know who that sounds like and what he looked like on tape? A young Josh Allen. So the upside is crazy. And rushing is going to be a legit part of May's game. He had over 400 rushing yards in only 13 games last season. And I think May could hit double-digit rushing touchdowns because when Josh McDaniels had Cam Newton as his quarterback, he let Cam Newton run at the goal line, and I think May will do the same thing. He is a legit sleeper to be a QB1, and you're getting him in round 10. And the last quarterback I love is Trevor Lawrence, and he's basically free. He's going in round 12 as QB 20, and I get it. He's been very inconsistent. He hasn't lived up to the hype coming out of college, but he has had a QB1 season in the past. He finished as QB 8 in 2022. Now he has Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter, 2 great skill weapons to have, and Liam Cohen as his head coach. And for you guys that don't know, Cohen was the offensive coordinator for the Bucs last season, and he just helped Baker have a career year. So if everything goes right, if everything clicks, you could get a QB1 for basically free at the end of your draft. So that's my list of quarterbacks that I'm targeting and the ones I'm avoiding for fantasy football in 2025. Which ones do you agree with? Which ones am I completely wrong about? Drop your thoughts below. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my running back video that I'm dropping next week. Thanks for watching. I love all of you.